Next on the 7, at least one person is in the hospital after a shooting at an apartment complex. KPD says they were called at around 4 o'clock to reports of gunfire in the parking lot of Holston Oaks apartment off of Riverside Drive. Officers didn't find anyone there who'd been shot, but learned that a victim had turned up at UT Medical Center. Someone had driven them to the hospital in a private car. Police don't believe the victim's injuries are life-threatening, but this is still under investigation. We, of course, will let you know when more information comes to light. Tonight, police are continuing to investigate the death of a lifeguard at a Sevierville pool. 21-year-old Colden Reiner died after falling into an indoor pool at the resort at Governor's Crossing yesterday afternoon. We're told people there tried to save him, but he was pronounced dead at LeConte Medical Center. It is still unclear what caused Reiner to fall into the pool. Police say an autopsy will be performed. All right, next on the Big 7, Sevier County's longtime mayor is stepping away after nearly 5 decades of service. Mayor Larry Waters announced today that he will not be seeking re-election in 2026. Waters first took office in 1978, and that's back when that position was called county executive. And he's led Sevier County through decades of growth and challenges, including the devastating 2016 wildfires.
In my early 70s, and I got to looking at the tenure, and I just felt like it was time to make some changes. I think we've made a lot of progress in Sevier County over the last decades, and now I think we're in a position to where, as we move forward, I think someone can take the reins and continue that progress. So I think it was just time.
And he says while he is leaving office, he will continue working for the good of Sevier County, just at a bit of a slower pace. Moving down the list now, a Tennessee veteran got a new roof today with the help of a Texas nonprofit called Guns to Hammers. Steve Pappas, a disabled vet of Sevierville, watched his new roof go in today. Pappas told 6 News his roof had been damaged from the storms that came from Hurricane Helene nearly a year ago, and his insurance only offered to pay a fraction of the cost for repair. His neighbor brought his situation to the attention of Guns to Hammers, who then partnered with local companies like Barnett Roofing and Tennessee Legend Distillery, who helped pay for the repair and donated the supplies to get it done.
We just help make their lives easier, whether it's putting on a roof on somebody's house because their insurance canceled them, like Steve's situation, or, wheelchair ramps, widening doors. We do a lot of bathrooms, conversions to ADA spec, so they can take care of themselves and gives them the independence that they need.
Guns to Hammers founder J.R. Smith tells us Tennessee Legend Distillery was one of their first sponsors, and they are happy to be here giving back to the community that helps them fund their projects. Next on the Big 7, we are looking ahead to Labor Day. City of Knoxville offices will be closed on Monday for Labor Day. The city's solid waste facility will also be closed throughout the weekend, reopening on Tuesday. Get this, though, residential and downtown trash and recycling will still be running on schedule, so you should be sure to put the carts out at the curb by 7 a.m. Recycling centers will be open, but attendance will not be available to accept household donations. CAP buses will be running a Sunday schedule, and customer service will be open from 8 until noon. City pools will be open for regular hours throughout Labor Day before closing for the season. And looking ahead to Labor Day holiday travel, TDOT is stopping construction to ease the drive time for travelers. Since noon today, all lane closure activity will stop until 6 a.m. on Tuesday, September 2nd. TDOT says while activity will be stopped, workers will still be on site in many of those construction zones. Drivers are urged to drive the posted speed limits or face a fine. And a reminder, starting today, KPD officers will be out in full force in an effort to keep the roads as safe as possible throughout the weekend. Remember, slow down, pay attention, and don't drive under the influence. And tomorrow, finally game day for Tennessee football. The Vols kick off the 2025 season against Syracuse at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And Sam Rothman live for us there in Atlanta now with more about what we can expect tomorrow. Hey there, Sam.
Hey, Elena. Yeah, finally close to football time in Tennessee. It's kind of quiet out here in the fan village outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium now, but tomorrow this place will be packed. Yes, a sea of orange, both teams orange, but so far fans have been walking around the city all day long. I would say 90 to 95% Tennessee fans, maybe 5 to 10% Syracuse orange fans. But for the game itself, a lot of unknowns heading into this one on both sides. Both had very successful seasons last year. Of course, Tennessee reaching that college football playoff, but both new quarterbacks for Tennessee. Joey Aguilar making his debut tomorrow. For Syracuse, Steve Angeli from Notre Dame making his debut tomorrow, and a lot of pieces that have now graduated onto the NFL. So it'll be a big test for both teams. Tennessee coming in as a 2-touchdown favorite. So Vegas likes Tennessee right now, but the Orange and the Vols both have chips on their shoulder, because if you look at Syracuse, they had 10 wins last year. They're unranked heading into the season, and Tennessee made it to the college football playoff and only ranked 24th in the poll. So I think both teams want to make a statement tomorrow. Should be a fun one inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Of course, we'll have you covered all day long. We'll have a pregame show starting at 10:30. You can watch the game right here on WATE, and then we'll have you covered at 11 with the SEC wrap-up show. Reporting here from Atlanta, I'm Sam Rothman.